Hello everyone, welcome back with a new video. So today we are gonna talk about the admission process and the application procedure in the universities of Czech Republic. So we will cover four topics regarding the whole admission process today. These four topics will be the timeline of the admissions, when they are going to start in the Czech Republic, and then what are the requirements for the visa and what are the requirements for the admission process. The third topic will be the application fee and the admission fee in the universities, and then we will talk about the universities which are best suited universities for the bachelor program, for the master's program, and which are the best institutions in the Czech Republic for doing your doctoral degree. So let's talk about the deadline or the timeline of the admission processes. So most of the universities in Czech Republic, they start admissions 2 times in a year for the bachelor's and master's programs. For the PhD program, this can be multiple times depending upon the funding, depending upon the projects, depending upon the institutions involved in the process. So most of the universities here, they start admissions starting from the first batch will start from October, and it takes almost 3 to 4 months. The deadline will be around January to February. So intake in this case of the students take place, or the classes will start from the last week of the February, and the second term for the admission starts from June and it lasts till the end of the August. So it means the classes in this case begins around mid of September to end of September. So rest assured that the whole admission process can take up to 4 months for the beginning of the program. So next we are going to talk about the admission fee of different programs. So I would say that most of the universities, it depends upon the universities how much they charge for their program. So it depends upon program to program, universities to universities, and cities to cities. So on average, up to my experience, I am living here, so most of the universities, they charge around 2,000 to 3,000 euros for one program for 1 year. So here if you are going to study in the Czech language, so you are totally free, your studies are totally free of cost. But this fees is for English programs, so most of the foreigners who cannot speak Czech language, they have to study in English language. So if you are going to study in English language, it means you have to pay this amount to the university each year. So next we will talk about what are the admission requirements to get admission here in the universities. So the admission requirements are quite similar but a bit different depending upon the program types. So let's say if you want to start your bachelor's degree program here, it means some of the universities have their specific requirements prior admission. So these requirements are either they conduct an interview or they simply give you some questions and you have to pass this examination. So for bachelors, it is must. Interview is optional, but examination is a must to go. And then your previous education, they will judge, they will examine your previous education. So your previous education have to pass through the notification process. So there will be another video coming soon about the notification, how to get your documents notified. The third thing will be your electronic application. So you have to submit this alongside, and then you have to provide them with at least two recommendation letters. So these recommendation letters must be written by some of your university professors or previous mentors or teachers. and then you have to provide them with your passport page, the information of your nationality, and then there should be a motivation letter why you want to study in Czech Republic and why specifically to this university and this this program. So if we talk about the master's program, so most of these documents are the same for the bachelor's and master's program, except for the master's the interview is must, and then you have to submit your updated CV alongside the whole documents, and then you have to submit a cover letter or the motivation stating why you are going to study this program, this university, and why you have chosen Czech Republic for your studies. So when we talk about bachelor's, master's and PhD program, so most of the documents are same. Your previous documents will be same, and then you have to submit alongside all the documents for the PhD program. Some of your previous publications, they are optional, but it's good if you have some of the publications previously from your previous work. Then you need to submit your research proposal, then your updated CV. Then if you are going to study in English program, then it is must that you need to submit some English proficiency certificates. Some of the universities, they only give admissions based on the IELTS or the TOEFL examination, but some of the universities, they even give admissions just based on the English proficiency letters provided by your previous institutions. So these are all the admission requirements for the bachelor's, master's and PhD programs in the Czech Republic. So lastly, we will talk about which of the universities here are best suited for the bachelor's, master's and PhD programs. So I would say for the bachelor's admission, the visa ratio is quite narrow. So the reason is because you are not enough matured when you are going to travel abroad, specifically if you are coming from an Asian background and you are going to adjust yourself for the bachelor's degree in the European. So this is some of the possible reasons of the visa rejection. So lastly, we will talk about which of the universities are best suited for which programs. I mean, which are the universities you should go for your bachelor's, and which are the universities for the master's, and which are the best institutions in the Czech Republic for your PhD studies. So I will start from bachelor's degree. So for the bachelor's degree, there are not so many universities which grant admissions here in the Czech Republic. The reason is that most of the universities, they do not let your documents notified by them, because if you are going to take admission in the bachelor's program, it means you have done your previous higher education from your higher schools, or let's say from the colleges level, intermediate level. So most of the universities here, they do not do any internal notification, but you have to do it from the Ministry of Education here in the Czech Republic. So this is quite tricky. So by the way, there are some universities you may need to note down. Anyhow, if you need to go for admission in the bachelor's degree, so you can check with the Charles University, with the Czech University of Life Sciences in Prague, and then go for the Masaryk University in Brno. So these are three best universities for the bachelor admissions here in the Czech Republic. However, for the master's degree program, you can go for the Charles University, you can go for the Czech University of Life Sciences, you can go for Masaryk University, you can go for Brno University of Technology, you can go for Czech Technical University, you can go for Mendel University in the Brno, and many others, because most of these universities, they also do their internal notification process, and they are eager to welcome you as their international students. So now, last but not the least, let's talk about the PhD programs. So most of these universities, I have already mentioned, they welcome newcomers, new students as their PhD students. So most of these universities are very well internationalized, so you can go for them. And apart from these, I always suggest my viewers to go or to find those programs which have some collaborative projects with these universities. For example, you may find, for example, there is an institute Biology Center by the Czech Academy of Sciences in the České Budějovice here in Czech Republic. So this institution always always grant the PhD program in association with the South Bohemia University. So in this way you can also work as a short term employment as a researcher alongside your PhD studies. There is also another institution like SCIATIC in the Brno in Czech Republic, in Prague, and in other bigger cities. So you can always go for these types of institutions which have some collaborative projects with these universities. So all the very best for your admissions, and thank you very much for watching our video.